Hello, my name is Teacher Cindy, and I work for VIPkid, and I am making this video. Going to be recording it, putting it onto my YouTube channel, which is very minimal, but I would like to make this video for teacher Evelyn, and I will be sending this to her because it's in response to her live video. Evelyn is a friend that I have met through VIPkid, and she has a YouTube channel, and I just love it because she's just a real person, and she shares a lot about her life and different things about VIPkid, and just shares her heart with us about a lot of different things. And watched her video from, well, the last video that she made. I can't remember if it was from yesterday or the day before. Let's see, today's Friday. I think it was yesterday. And I watched it last night because I redid my background. And I wanted to just make a video to tell her that I watch her videos and I really like them, Evelyn. And I cannot watch the lives because I am teaching school. And so I wanted to make this video in response to some of the things that you mentioned in the live. And so hopefully you'll get to watch this at some point and get some feedback from your videos. First of all, in your talks, you have mentioned that you have had children, and I know recently you had a miscarriage, and I was praying for you the whole time and hoping that it wasn't going to be a real miscarriage. I was really praying that it would be okay, but you know, we are Christians. We know God has a reason for these things, even though they're hard. There's no doubt about how hard they are. Now, my situation is different than Evelyn, where I have, this is some of my children. I actually have 13 children, and my oldest is, I don't even know, 31. It's hard to imagine. And my youngest is 11. And so, yeah, they're 20 years apart. So when my oldest one was in college, my youngest one was born. So we were sending her pictures. That at that time we were new to sending pictures through our cell phones. It was really weird. So we sent a picture, and then she sent a message back and said, what was it? Yeah, we sent a picture. It was all we could do to get a picture gone. And then she's like, she wanted a video, she wanted more information, and we were we were sitting there trying to figure out how to just send a picture. And so we figured it all out. Yeah, we're way past that now, but a lot has happened in the last 11 years. And I just wanted to send encouragement to Evelyn and anybody else who watches this video that, just because I have a lot of children does not mean that, it's easy, and it doesn't mean that I think it's easy. Every child is a gift from God. Every child is a miracle. And there have been many days that I sat and cried because I wondered why God gave me these children, because I'm not doing a very good job. And, God undertakes, and I'm thankful for, how He's gotten me through. And one thing you have to remember too is that children are a gift and they're a challenge, whether you have 1 or 5 or 10. They're a challenge, and yes, you love them very much and you will do anything for them. You will go to the ends of the earth for your children, but they're actually not your children. They're God's children, and they do grow up. They're not yours forever. They're only yours for a short time. So for me right now, I only have 5 at home. To me, that feels like an empty nest. So, that's part of my reason for doing VIPkid, because, I need more to, continue with my life, because they have to continue with theirs. So I just wanted to give encouragement to Evelyn. You know, I have had a couple of miscarriages, but I do have a lot of children. And, you know, when I went through mine, it was a little different because, you know, I had a house full. And to me, it was, I had two miscarriages that were pretty almost life threatening. So for me, it was, I just wanted to survive. I didn't realize how difficult a miscarriage could be. And, you know, that's part of it too, is sometimes people think a miscarriage is just, you know, you just lose the baby and you move on with your life. It's a physical difficulty and it's a physical struggle, and it could be life-threatening situation. Both times I had a miscarriage, I had to be rushed to the hospital. Well, the first time I didn't really know it was life-threatening, and I had my dad drive me to the doctors, and then they had to rush me to the hospital from there in an ambulance. And then the second time, I knew what was happening, and I had to call 911. And I had other kids at the house, so I had to wait for help for them before I could get into the ambulance. And so miscarriages are not just a thing. It is a serious physical thing that your body goes through, that your emotions go through, and that's why, you know, I was so thankful to be able to pray for Evelyn through the time that she had, and I do not take it lightly, and I do not, you know, think that for a second that it was easy. And I'm glad that she, through VIPkid, got the soft cancellations and everything. So that is for Evelyn and anybody else who wants to watch. But also, I wanted to respond to Evelyn's talk about clothing. I had three girls to start with, and when we first had, when our kids were little, we were Christians and we really were strong about modesty, and I do not regret it for a second. And we always, we actually kind of went overboard because our kids actually wore full clothes when they swam. And I just wanted to tell her I've kind of gone through all of the different, I've gone from, I had a mother-in-law who could sew, and I told her exactly what I wanted for a swim outfit, and she made it. It was like this one piece romper type thing. So it had like, you know, no sleeves at the top, but it was all one piece, and it was kind of like shorts, and then it went down to the knee. So they were completely covered. And it was usually not made out of swimsuit material, so, you know, they were just little, so they didn't really swim. So as I got older, I realized that it's kind of hard to swim in something like that where you got so much fabric. So what I ended up doing was, I think the best thing is what I always encourage people to do, is get the swimsuit, which is the two-piece, like a tankini, I think they call it, and you have the top and the bottom. And then I would suggest, you know, get the swim shirt and get a light pair of shorts, like a nylon material type thing, because it dries fast. And I like the two-piece because, you know, if they do need to use the bathroom or something, you know, it's easy to take care of. And that's kind of what I've come to. And I don't really, I do believe in modesty, but I don't want to go to the beach and look like I'm, you know, a freak, you know, like my kids are wearing dresses and everybody's staring at us, and I kind of want to kind of do middle of the road, like, so they're not sticking out too much, and but yet they can swim comfortably. So that's what I've come to, and it can be a little bit costly, but hey, you know, go to the boys section if you need to. I actually am going on a trip next week to Jamaica, and I actually got some shorts out of the men's section for myself because they're lightweight and they're longer. And I have heard that there are some girls longer shorts at Walmart now, but you can check that out. But that's where I've come to, is the swimsuit and then, you know, lightweight clothing on top, and usually modest. And then as they get older, you know, they make their own choices as they get, you know, 18 and above. You know, they make their own choices on what they want to wear, and I have to be okay with that. I have to let them, you know, figure it out and make their own journey. So that's my Number two is the swimming thing. Number three, I wanted to talk about rewards because Evelyn was asking about rewards. I have these awesome Megs, and I have Princess Megs. I don't know, Evelyn, if you have these, but they're all the Megs dressed up like princesses. And I found that some of the kids know the princesses, some of the kids don't. So if they don't know the princesses, like what movie they're in or whatever, then I will just point out the colors of the dresses. Especially, the little girls love those and the different colors of dresses. And I also have some mics, and I got these online. I'm not sure where I got them from. I should have written it on the back. But one of the teachers has Dress Up Meg, Dress Up Mike, and I printed those out, and I use those for rewards. Another reward that I really liked was I went on to the VIPkid website and I got these flowers. And there's a vase and flowers, and I kind of thought that would be good for VIPkid, that they would see that I'm using their stuff. And I use this for, a couple weeks for like all my students. And all the flowers are all different colors, and so we point out colors of the flowers as well. And then I love these. These are the dress up dinos, so they're different costumes, and so I will use these for rewards. This one's a zebra, and then the dog. So I printed these out, and I'll use these, and everybody loves these, all ages. Now I found that for the older kids, I don't use like princesses and things like that for the older kids, but they have so much material that I really don't have time to use a major conversational piece. I mean, I've tried that, but they have so much reading and so much talking. I feel like I need to get them speaking and get them to make their own sentences, and that takes time. And so I use some of the flowers, and I have birds, and I have animals like that. And even for the older kids, I try to do those quick rewards because, like I said, they don't always have enough time. For my trial students, this is what I use. These are for kids that they're new. All they can do is really say, "I'm happy." So I use these happy faces, and I got these off of a game, and you spin the spinner and you get different parts of the face, but I cut these off the outside of the box, and they work great. They're different colors, and I'll say what color is the face, what color is the hair, and I can kind of gauge where they're at in their ability to speak English, and I'll say, "You got a happy face." Now, it sounds to me, Evelyn, like you don't do Google Slides, and I don't have my phone here with me at the moment. I must have left it out in the kitchen, but I have it right here. If you don't do Google Slides, you can still do pictures, okay, on your phone. So like today, I had a birthday party guy. He has a birthday next week. So I just found pictures of, I know he loves Pokemon, so I found pictures of Pokemon birthday cakes. And he loved it. He totally loved it. And I also played Happy Birthday on YouTube. So I use this for a reward for him also. So even if you don't use Google Slides, you can use your phone for rewards. I mean, if you're doing animals, you could look up 5 animals and put the pictures in a folder and use that. You don't have to use Google Slides to use a digital reward. There's also, if you have older students, I have also done a spinner reward on my phone where you can download the spinner. You can actually customize your own spinner. Alright, so I have a spinner right here, and I haven't used it in a while, but here we have a spinner, okay, and it says Teacher Cindy, and these are all pictures of me. There's one, and spin the spinner. So you can customize this any way you want. and you can make it like spin as long as you want or as short as you want, and you can put whatever you want in for the pictures. For some reason it keeps doing the same one. That's not good. This one I think has points on it, so like you can put points. There's me and the bunny ears. You can put points on it, so, and even little kids know points, and you can do teacher versus student. So as a spinner you get one, you get two, and you can have a contest and see who wins. And so you could try that. That's really fun. There's a couple different spinners you can use, and there's also lots of drawing. Like, I love this roll of dice. I found these little drawing pictures, and you can use these. Like, you start with a circle and you say, what is it? And you see if they can guess what it's going to be before you finish it. That's really fun. So I love this little bird and this little mouse and an ostrich, or what is it, a turkey. And I've used this one a lot, the bunny, because they cannot figure out what that is until the very end. So they love it. And here, this is a tiger. And you could either do it yourself, or you can tell them to get a pen and paper, and then they can do it, and then they can show you their picture at the end. All right, so those are some ideas that I have for rewards. You may have seen them before. Also, Evelyn, you mentioned something about doing a group chat. I believe you can do that on Instagram. If you just go on Instagram, you can invite people to a group chat. I believe you can do that on Facebook as well. And I don't think you really need Zoom, but you could do a group chat and just invite a few different people, and then you can record it and you can add it to your YouTube videos. So those are my ideas, and I would love to continue, helping each other throughout our journey. And thank you for watching if you got this far with it. And I hope you have a great day and happy teaching. Goodbye.